Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in USL League One. Big news to get into, and it's kind of tied to our one of our game of the week that we'll be giving you in short order when it comes to the action of the last 7 days across both the USL Jägermeister Cup and the regular season in USL League One. We'll go over the standings, go over the matchups, and let you know if there are any juice boxes available for the matchups that are coming up here in the next little bit. Checking on what happened over the last 7 days in USL Championship. We'll start things back off on the 19th as we did last week. On a Friday, hailstorm at Four Rivers knocked off Union Omaha 2-0. At Fresno State, Fuego 1-0 winners over Spokane Velocity. Saturday in Jägermeister Cup, and this brings us to our match of the week. South Georgia Tormenta on the road looking at Charlotte Independence. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at USL League One, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
And Health brings you tonight's match. Tonight's Christmas in July matchup and Childhood Cancer Awareness Night presented by Novad Health, the official healthcare provider of the Charlotte Independence. Game starting 11 that helped lead the Jacks to a 2-0 victory at Chattanooga on Tuesday. The only change, 3 points tonight. They will make a collection of changes. In fact, they reinsert Sebastian Viva. The Charlotte Independence enjoy an ice-cold Pepsi while watching the Jacks. Pepsi born in the Carolinas, and there is the opening whistle. Charlotte Independence and Tormenta Charlotte at a 56-44 clip. Okoto on to Steedman. To the top of the six, headed down, loose in the box, and it's deflected off the line. Another opportunity is launched out of play. Corey had a chance, it took a deflection, and still nothing for Tormenta in the Jägermeister Cup. And we'll get to that after this free kick opportunity from Mason Tunbridge. Loops this into the box. It's sent into the top of the box, headed down, and Pack able to collect it. Once again in front of goal, Tormenta point blank, and they can't convert. The man, Sebastian Vivas, has had multiple chances, 3 of them in this opening half, and maybe something coming for Tormenta again. Corey on his left foot. Didn't get a ton on it. Pack diving to his right to bring it in. Charlotte Independence, meanwhile, they have picked up where they left off from going to the final last year. This misplayed in the back. Here is a chance, and it leaks through. It is a goal for Charlotte Independence. Luis Alvarez stayed with it. Misplayed by the Tormenta defense, and Alvarez attack Austin Pack's goal right away. And they gather a turnover in the attacking third. Steedman laid it off. Has it back and punches it to Corey. Now at the top of the area. Left foot. One hopper to Pack off the left foot of Tunbridge. And there is the final whistle of the half. Now South Georgia Tormenta, they had more on the attack. They 9 points from the last 4 matches. That's tied for the most in all of League One. And a big reason why they sit third in the table. Fonseca! And Pack gobbles it up. Here tonight with a goal, thanks to Luis Alvarez. Charlotte wants to try to attack on the counter. Speaking of Alvarez, here he comes, full head of steam. Alvarez just wide. It did take a deflection. It'll be a corner. Takes a shank and it rolls on to Dimmick. He takes the opportunity to deliver it forward to Johnson. Johnson low cross into the middle. Obregon! Oh, a fantastic save from Romig. Alvarez. This is headed backwards. Obregon bicycles it on to Romig. Will come on. The first-year man. Juan Carlos Obregon into the box, and a sprawling, diving one-arm save from Andrew Romig. Now Ramos for Tormenta. He was stoned at the edge of the box, still found a way into Watson. And then that is Side-footed right into Pack from Pedro Fonseca. That pass off the mark. Tunbridge on nifty footwork. Tunbridge, long strides. Tunbridge! Pack fought it off! And the rebound from Corey is up into the seats. And you can see the body language. Instead, he'll lay it off, and it'll be Sorensen. Sorensen's been active since coming on. Here's Obregon! And he tried to toe poke it by Romig, who put his body in front. I was trailing away from him. Did well just to get a hand on it. Into the middle. Left foot shanked away. And there's the goal for Tormenta. Tormenta has finally broken through. It comes courtesy of Callum Stretch, the second half substitute. We're level at 1. The same score line of the previous 2 matches between these 2 teams. And there's the final whistle. And it's a 1-1 draw for the 3rd time this year between Charlotte and Tormenta. They have a chance to get an additional point and come to within 3 because Greenville is their opponent the final 2 group stage matches. The winner of the group stage gets through to the knockout round, and the first penalty is converted by Ryan JJ. It's a second half substitute. He'll take a long run up. Watson skied it. Tormenta. Mahamadou Njai. And Njai put it off the crossbar. Miss after miss after miss. Jake Dengler, all 6'5" of them, to the spot. And Dengler able to score. Tormenta has broken through in penalties. Converts here, and Tormenta has to make. Sorensen with his left foot, and that was nowhere close. Fonseca for the penalty win, and he converts, and Tormenta gets the 2 points on the road in the Jägermeister Cup.
So Tormenta went on penalties 3-2, and that brings us to the next matchup. One Knox in Chattanooga at Regal Soccer Stadium in Jägermeister Cup. And this one would go for a while. One Knox tied at 1 after 90 minutes. They go to PKs. One Knox would win on penalties 4-3. So the extra point in Jägermeister Cup goes to One Knox. City Stadium, Greenville Triumph shut out Richmond 2-0. Bree Stevens, Forward Madison, beat Lex SC 1-0. And then having to turn around and play in the midweek, it is Forward Madison 2-1 winners over Central Valley. Central Valley then has to turn around and head back home and take on South Georgia Tormenta this week. So busy week for them when it comes to schedule compression and catching up matchups. Central Valley went from at home on Friday to flying out to Madison, Wisconsin on Wednesday, and they get to turn around and play on the very busy Saturday night that we see in USL League One. So your standings, and we'll do both regular season and Jägermeister Cup standings, considering we are still in the schedule crossover. Regular season presented by our friends at Prinks Tires. Union Omaha, 10 matches, 22 points. They have the same number of wins as Greenville, but they have a better goal difference, and they've played less matches. Forward Madison has 1 less win, and they are at 6 wins and 22 points. 3-way tie right now for points, but it's Union Omaha, Greenville, and Forward Madison. Charlotte Independence in 4th at 20 points. They've won 3 of 4. One Knox has turned things around a little bit. They've won 2 in a row after a 3-match skid. They're at 19 points in 5th. South Georgia Tormenta has played the most matches of anyone on the league side so far this year. 13 matches played, 15 points. They snapped a 2-game losing streak last time out. Spokane Velocity at 14 points through 9 matches. They can make up some ground when they make up the matches that they have in league. They've hit each column once in their last 3. Chattanooga 4-6-1 through 11 matches. They are alternating wins and losses through their last 5. Below the playoff bar right now, Northern Colorado. They are at a better goal difference than Richmond Kickers at 12 points, and they have played less matches. Lex SC has played 10 matches. They only have 6 points. 1 win in the season so far. They've lost 3 of 4. Central Valley had a 2-match unbeaten run, 2 draws. They got snapped last time out with a loss there, 1-7-2, 5 points on the season. So we're getting closer to the knockouts and who will be making it into the stages to determine the winner of the Jägermeister Cup here in 2024. Standings right now in Jägermeister Cup. South Georgia Tormenta have been eliminated from Jägermeister. They are last in the division after 6 matches played. Greenville with 12 points, Charlotte with 8, Richmond with 7, South Georgia Tormenta eliminated. Group 2, Red Wolves eliminated after going 1-4-1 in 6. Forward Madison advances. Lexington SC, who's really made a lot of hay in the group stage of the Jägermeister Cup, 3-2-1 through the 6 matches there. They have a better goals scored than One Knox by 1 goal. 8 goals. It was 8 goals scored compared to 7. And Lex SC is your 2 seed coming out of group number 2. One Knox is at number 3. Red Wolves 1-4-1. They, in the 6 matches, are eliminated after only getting 4 points. Group 3, 2 teams eliminated there. Northern Colorado and Union Omaha advance, 15 points and 10, respectively. Central Valley with 8 points, 1-1 and 4 draws in the 6 matches. And Spokane Velocity 1-3-2 with 5 points in the matchups that they had in group number 3. So that's what it looks like with the Jägermeister Cup standings. And when those continue to advance, when we get the knockouts, we'll let you know what the schedule is as it goes. News in and around USL League One, and there was a reason that we kind of played the Tormenta match with Charlotte Independence. South Georgia Tormenta transferring Nick Okoto to Burton Albion for a USL League One transfer record. Press conference was on Thursday, and it was a conversation that both head coach Ian Cameron and owner Darren Van Tassel had with the local media. And Darren Van Tassel is also on Friday morning on SDH to break everything down on Soccer's Morning Show about this. League One side Burton Albion, record-breaking transfer for the 25-year-old defender. Obviously, terms remain confidential pending league and federation approval. Nick Okoto signed to a 3-year deal by the Brewers. First paid international transfer in USL League One history, and the fee received by Tormenta breaks the current record set by Union Omaha for Minnesota United for the transfer of Ryan Jiba in January of 2023. Born in Miami, grew up in London, initially developed through the teams at AFC Wimbledon, helping the Dons get to the 5th round of the 16-17 FA Youth Cup, played in Malden and Tiptree and Whiteleaf in 2017 and 2018, came back to the States in 2019 to play at Tennessee Wesleyan and Kaiser, guiding the ladder to the 21 NAIA Men's Soccer National Championship, 5 goals, 15 assists with the Bulldogs and the Seahawks. From there, he spent his summers in USL League 2 with the Ocean City Nor'easters and with South Georgia Tormenta 2, 1 goal, 1 assist in almost 1,500 minutes. Nor'easters advanced to the League 2 playoffs and the Eastern Conference semis. And in 22, Okoto was in the League 2 season with the South Georgia's affiliate team T2, signed to his first professional deal in January 23, 3 goals, 5 assists, and 50 appearances for South Georgia Tormenta in League One, Jägermeister Cup, and Open Cup play. League One Team of the Week member 6 occasions in his time in Statesboro. In 2023, all defenders in League One, first with 185 duels won, 42 dribbles completed, third with 33 chances created from the back. So it is a pattern for South Georgia Tormenta. Once again, development of players like Amy Andrews at Newcastle United, Indiana Vasilev, who's currently at St. Louis City, Brooklyn FC, Sydney Martinez, DC United's Connor Antley, and New Mexico United's Marco Micheletto, and that's just the top of the list. So Nick Okoto, largest transfer in USL League One history, goes from South Georgia Tormenta to Burton Albion. So great for the league, great for South Georgia Tormenta as well. Charlotte signed El Salvadorian international forward Dustin Correa to a contract. Almost 300 appearances, 100 goal contributions for CD Foss, FC Edmonton, and CD Aguila. And so he joins from El Salvador's Primera Division, 23 caps for the El Salvadoran national team. Mike Jeffries understandably stoked with that. And 2 seasons with NASL's FC Edmonton. Began his career at Atletico Marte in El Salvador before going to Europe, playing in Norway for a couple of seasons. Youth national team appearances between 2008 and 2012. So it is CD Foss, FC Edmonton, and CD Aguila veteran Dustin Correa working his way in as a forward now for Mike Jeffries and Charlotte Independence. Also on the board, in addition to the Okoto news, South Georgia Tormenta has signed Aaron Walker. Aaron Walker, known in a lot of circles with his time at Greenville with Greenville Triumph, and so the League One legend returns to the state of Georgia, and he's going to be with South Georgia Tormenta through the end of the season. Viewing guide for both USL Championship and USL League One this week. We'll take you through all of the divisions. In USL Championship, CBS Sports Network has Hartford Athletic Phoenix Rising. The Plus has FC Tulsa Indy 11, Colorado Springs Vegas Lights. Saturday on the Plus, Detroit City, Sacramento, the Miami FC in Oakland, Golasso Network, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Loudoun United. The Plus has Birmingham and Orange County, Rhode Island, North Carolina FC, Tampa Bay and Charleston. Keep an eye on that one at 7:30 Eastern. Lou City, Monterey Bay, Memphis 901, San Antonio, El Paso, and New Mexico United. In League One, it is Greenville's matchup, Lexington SC in Richmond, Forward Madison in Northern Colorado, Union Omaha and Chattanooga, Spokane and Charlotte, Central Valley and South Georgia Tormenta. All of them are on ESPN+. We'll get into juice boxes coming up in just a little bit. Power rankings for July 22nd with the Jägermeister Cup in the books. Change. Northern Colorado up 2 to number 1. One Knox stays, and this is power rankings, mind you, courtesy of USLLeagueONE.com. One Knox stays at number 2. Union Omaha down 2 to 3. Greenville up 1 to 4. Charlotte goes down 1. Forward Madison goes up 1. Richmond goes down 1. Spokane stays at 8. Central Valley up 1. Tormenta down 1. Chattanooga and Lexington stay at 11 and 12. Also on the board, team of the round for round 6 of the Jägermeister Cup. And going through week 6, Siobhan John Brown for Central Valley Fuego is your round 6 winner for player of the round, presented by our friends at Konami eFootball. Eamon Zayed, your coach of the round. In net, TJ Bush from Chattanooga. Defense, Jalen Chrysler from One Knox. Breck Evans from Hailstorm, along with his line mate Lucky Opara. Mitch Osmond from Forward Madison. Luis Alvarez also joining at the back for Charlotte Independence in their back line of 5. Hayden Anderson from Greenville in the midfield, along with Pedro Hernandez from Chattanooga. Billy King from Hailstorm. Liam McKinnon from Greenville. And Siobhan John Brown up top in a 5-4-1. The bench, Austin Pack from Charlotte, along with teammate Shalom Duty, Modesto Mendez from Lexington, Nate Schultz from Greenville, Haruki Yamazaki from Hailstorm, Carlos Anguiano from Greenville, and Adrian Billhart from Richmond. So that is your team of the week, for team of the round for round 6 in the Jägermeister Cup. So let's get you into the schedule coming up. And it is pretty wall-to-wall here to wrap up the month of July. On Saturday, it's everybody. It's a real easy one to figure out here in July. 7 o'clock, Paladin Stadium, Greenville hosting One Knox. 7 o'clock at Toyota, Lex SC hosting Richmond. 8 o'clock at Breeze Stevens, Forward Madison hosting Hailstorm. 8 o'clock, Warner Park, Papillon, Nebraska, Union Omaha hosting Red Wolves. 10 o'clock at 1 Spokane, Charlotte is playing Spokane. And 11 o'clock at Fresno State, Tormenta is at Central Valley Fuego. Let's take a peek and see if there are any juice boxes that are posted. Once again, as we always like to sit here and say, check your juice boxes, check your sources, and just everybody just stay right in line and be cool. And once again, just know your limits when it comes to this kind of a thing. No juice boxes currently posted for the activity in USL League One, but remember, closer you get to the activity in and of itself on Saturday, check on Friday perhaps with your favorite juice box purveyors, and you might see some juice boxes online for USL Championship and USL League One. Reminder, with all those matchups this Saturday, if you are in market and can follow along, please do. You get to see what's going on in some really cool soccer markets with some developing franchises and developing players like Nick Okoto, who is heading to Burton Albion from South Georgia Tormenta. If you cannot make it in person and you are in market, follow along on your local providers, check on your favorite team's social media, and keep an eye out things that way. And if you are out of market and want to follow along what's going on in USL League One, then what you can do is check your favorite team's social media. You can follow along on your favorite streaming services, and you can also catch back up with us every single week as we let you know what's going on in the USL League One. So for everybody here at SDH, that is SDH on USL League One. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the games in the USL League One.